Talking to Hall of Famer Willie Roaf. So, Willie, let me ask you this. Jameis Winston. I mean, the numbers, over 5,000 yards passing, 33 touchdowns, but 30 interceptions.
And a lot of pick six, too many big turnovers. You can't, I think the kid, I think something's not right with, mentally there. I don't think it's nothing personal. I think it's something not right mentally. If you want to bring him back at a reduced salary, I'll bring him back at a reduced salary, maybe $10 million, Paul, but I got to bring somebody else in there to push him. I got to bring somebody in there to push him so I know I got a reliable backup like Fitzmagic. The way he played the second half of the season is amazing at his age, and the way he went in there and beat the Patriots. But I got to bring a reliable backup in there to put pressure on Jameis to play at a certain level. So if you want to bring him back at a reduced salary, hey, if he wants to walk, he wants to walk. But it's time to go in another direction because he plays so well in spurts. You bring him back, but I got to bring somebody in there that's going to motivate him, that's going to push him, that's a real good quarterback. So if the wheels start falling off, because if he keeps throwing those picks, he's going to lose a defense. He's going to lose a team. So guys are not going to respond because every time they go out again, they'll be like, okay, we know he's going to throw some touchdowns. We know he's going to throw some picks. And sometimes he played great. He played great against the teams on the road. He did. But it's too inconsistent at this point. He's been in the league, Paul, 5 years? He's playing 4
years.
Too erratic. He's been in the league long enough and he's been playing and starting long enough to correct this. So I gotta bring him back at a reduced salary, and I have to go and bring another quarterback in.
Definitely. I mean, there's talent there, obviously, but 30 interceptions. You expect that out of a rookie. That's what you expect out of a rookie. You don't expect a quarterback that's been in this league 4 years to throw 30 picks. That's a lot.
And he was throwing them early in the game. It's like he threw 1 or 2 picks, and then he would start playing better. It was like every week, though.
Yes, I mean it's just
every week.
It's unacceptable at his stage. It's unacceptable.
And Paul, they talked about him in Florida State. You remember how accurate he was, and they said he barely even threw interceptions. He barely threw incompletions. Some of those practices in Florida State, they used to talk about how great he would throw the ball and how he wouldn't turn the ball over and how he would go practice it and wouldn't even throw a drop pass. So I mean, I don't understand it because he was so good at Florida State. I mean, throwing the ball. I mean, he fumbled the ball a little bit, even back then when he runs around and fumbles it. But I used to hear him talk about how well he would throw in practice and wouldn't turn the ball over and stuff. I mean, so like you said, at this stage, I mean, sooner, you can blame it on somebody else. You got a new coach, you got a new system, but that's a quarterback's coach too. You can't. Sooner or later you gotta know when to say when. So, like I said, I would bring him back at a reduced salary. I'm not gonna pay him another $20 million. Not after that. I can't pay him $20 million for 30 interceptions.
No, it's inexcusable. 5 years in the league. I said 4. It's 5 years in the league. It's inexcusable to have 30 interceptions in one season. Your 5th year in the league. I mean, you look at his rookie year. As a rookie, he threw 15 picks.
Yeah.
So it's unacceptable. The 5,000 yards are great. The 33 touchdowns are great. But my goodness, the 30 interceptions.
But Paul, how much of that 5,000 yards is coming when the game's out of reach and he's just throwing the ball around when they're down? How many of those games were those are like trash yards where you just you're right. Down and you're just trying to score a touchdown and trying to score and do how many of those touchdowns and how many of those yards were trash yards? I'd probably say about 1,000 of those yards were trash yards. The game was already out of hand and he just
right.
out there playing, winging it. And some of the picks worked too, probably. But the problem is too many turnovers, period. You can't win with that many turnovers. And
no.
How many fumbles, on top of that, how many balls did he lose fumbling the ball?
9
how many turnovers?
Fumbles.
9. So you're basically responsible for 40 turnovers. 40.
So it's just
your plus minus is not going to be good with 40 turnovers in 16 games.
You can't win.
By your quarterback, by one player.
Yeah, you can't win. You can't win when a quarterback who turns the football over the way he turns the football over. It's just not winning football. It's just not successful football. You cannot win when your quarterback does what Jameis Winston did in 2019. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what Tampa Bay decides to do. I know Bruce Arians says, he can win with any quarterback. So, we'll see if he can pull that off.
You know what? I wouldn't be surprised if somebody like Ryan Fitzpatrick went back to Tampa where he was, and then they draft a quarterback and let him sit a year and learn, or either they bring what's called back at a reduced salary, Jameis, or you go pick up a veteran quarterback and you draft a quarterback and you let him sit and understudy, to learn for the year, and then you let him take over. So either Jameis comes back at a reduced role, reduced salary, and they still draft the quarterback, which he's not going to be happy, or that might motivate him, Paul. So he can go either way. I'm going to draft the quarterback. I'm going to let you start. I'm going to let him sit behind you, but so he knows the pressure's on. So either he's going to rise to the occasion, or he's not going to rise to the occasion, and we're going to put somebody else in.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see what happens. The guys, reportedly, Jameis Winston wants $30 million a year. And so
he wants $30 million a year. I'm not giving Jameis Winston. I'm not giving him 20, Paul. I'm not paying him $20 million a year. Like I said, if he wants $30 million, nobody's gonna give him $30 million, so he can walk. Somebody wants to give him 30 for if they would give him that, it would be on a 1-year deal to see what he does. But I don't see anybody giving him $30 million. I'm not giving him. He made $20 million this year, which was a lot of money. A lot of people couldn't believe that they paid him the 20 he got this year when they picked up the 5th-year option. However that worked out. But like I said, I'm gonna draft a kid, and then I'll bring a veteran in and pay him 10, or somebody like Bridgewater. Well, Bridgewater wants to start. Well, then you bring in somebody. I'd rather see them bring in somebody like Bridgewater, give him $15, $20 a year, and give him a 4 or 5 year deal, and give Bridgewater a deal, and let Bridgewater take over the team, and then draft the kid behind him. I'd rather do that than bring Jameis back. At least Bridgewater is not going to turn the ball over like this.
Yeah. I mean, it's just unacceptable. And just make sure I quote it. Bruce Arians right. He said, "quote If we can win with this quarterback, we can definitely win with another one too." So that's what he said. So I just look at this team. They won 7 games this year. Could you imagine if Jameis, let's just say, cut that in half, or cut that in third?
That's a 10-win team, Paul.